Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another... Can never get this right since I haven't really cast all too much of them. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the red Huns. We have Ranger on tour. Spawning as the blue Goths, we have Yelur. For the advantages, Huns do have a pretty sizable buff throughout the game of not needing to build any houses, which is so convenient, but it is diminishing returns as the game goes on longer. But it's so nice in the early game. Cavalry archers, of course, cost a bit less in a Castle Imperial, and trebuchets have a bit more accuracy, which is not that important, but useful sometimes. It also has the technology of enemy relics generating 50% less resources. That's an unusual technology. That atheism is just it's not very useful, honestly, but it has its niche roles. And for the Bohemians, or not Bohemians, Goths. Well, speaking of which, we are seeing one of Goths' earlier advantages now. We do have the infantry cost less in Dark Age, minus 20% in Dark Age, so we will see a militia rush here. We probably may see more militia. Infantry gets additional attack versus building per age, starting feudal, so no additional attack in Dark Ages. So imagine it's a +0 attack in Dark Age. That's probably how it's coded. Villagers get +5 attack versus wild boar, which is handy, not critical. Loot resources instantly, still need the resources for it. And +10 population in Imperial Age, which is actually, I think it's actually maximum population, so he's able to get 210 max population, which could be useful. Anarchy is useful for households at barracks, and Perfusion is additional barracks working faster. Also are definitely the Swarm faction. The Horde faction is of course, the Khans, the Mongols, because that's literally their definition, Horde. But the Swarm faction is definitely the Goths. Militia still engaging. We see another pair of militia advancing. So a bit more of a heavy militia rush than what people usually see. And he's still hitting this stuff. He can't really go towards the town center. He quickly gears inside and they throw a bunch of arrows. And it's for the game. Militia not too terribly different versus villagers. See here, militia has 4 attack, 40 health. I'm going to sneeze. Villagers have 3 attack, 40 health. And we got +1 armor here as well. Because the Huns... He already has +1 armor from Huns? Oh yeah, there's some sort of bonus for that, right? I just read that off. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they already have armor. That must have been from Loom. I must be going crazy. A barracks is getting out-repaired as opposed to damage, so that is doing economic damage. Not only the repair costs, but also occupying that villager. Getting some great hits there, even walling off that little area to get some more arrow hits there, taking out one of the militia. These militia need to start hitting these lumberjacks, but these lumberjacks can go ahead and shank the militia. They are going to fight there for a brief moment, but then got like some minor damage there onto the militia. Scout advancing forward. Red has now 2 scouts on the field and does pick up blue scout right there, but one of the scouts is picked off by the militia. Picks off that wounded militia as well. Very, very good pick. And a quick look at the ages. The Goths are still at Dark Age, while the Huns have reached the feudal. So let's take a quick look at the Goths and see if they have, feudal age is being researched now. Now, if you've got these scouts are advancing, we do got a house walling in these lumberers, and the gold is being walled in as well. He does disrupt the food, and the scouts are trying to stab the town center poorly, though. Of course, he's now realized his opponent has reached feudal, which is not really a big realization. So this wall segment, this palisade wall is being stabbed. We got a single spearman here. If we take a quick look at the health of these scouts. Scout has a little bit of damage onto him. 39 health. I think they get, what, plus 15 damage? So I still think it needs takes 3 stabs to kill this guy here. I could be mistaken. Militia still roaming around, being annoying, but not a massive threat. We got some more spearmen being deployed out by blue now. Red has deployed out some archers now to engage these spearmen. Gain some great damage there. Takes them out. And we got some more walls here, but these walls are not going to be very useful versus these bowmen. Does stab one of those scouts there with the villager. And I just realized that's not a wall, that's a watchtower. This watchtower will help secure this region. It does throw some villagers in there to get some extra arrows. Let's get some damage there. Here are some... Yep, he's evacuating this region to get his villagers away from the bowmen. We got a single skirmisher here now. Blue's aggression of those militia was not exactly successful. Now he's being a bit defensive. Want another watchtower here. He wants to keep these the stone collected so he can get more watchtowers. So that potentially this watchtower get continuously stabbed by that little opening there. And it's only room for 3 villages to build there as well, which is not great. But these skirmishers do push on forward. Claims one of those bowmen. Watchtower is almost complete. Red's advancing with more bowmen and scouts. And now this tower does get some arrows there onto those bowmen. We've now got 2 watchtowers deployed on out. Some of Blue's villages are also idle. That villager does get cleaned up. He does lose another villager there. He's starting to make work on this mill now. This palisade wall does get removed. You could have just kept it there because this is a giant gate. I guess not. Maybe once the land there to actually build something there rather than it impeding him. Spearman does find a nice little stab there. Got some blue bowmen being deployed on out. And got still more red bowmen streaming on in. Red is supplying some great aggression there, but we've got forces everywhere for both sides. So overall, pretty dicey game for blue. Blue may be in a bit of trouble right now. Scouts are roaming around. Could see the spearman maybe get a stab in to finish off this wounded one. Though it looks like some of the arrows are starting to find a mark as well. Some of those scouts are so wounded. Opposite side of those forces there. Get some great hits there on that bowman.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at villager count. Blue still has 36 villagers, though he's been a bit preoccupied in other things that he does not want. But Red only has 37 villagers. They're both on the same villager count, so they're not any sizable advantage for either player. Red has been spending quite a bit of resources on actual combat units. We've got Castle Age being researched by Red, which will give a pretty good advantage, able to get out another town center, but will slow down his aggression over here for a bit of a time. But it could also allow him to get those resources, make this aggression even more, dial up to 11. Another house being built. More and more gold being collected. Does get some great hits there, and these scouts are getting hit significantly. 1 scout remains. 1 stab, even from a villager, will finish it off. 3 health. Villagers have 3 attack. He did not need to do that. And it does take out that villager now. Blue's original 2 militia are still in this region. Maybe we can go forward and start stabbing some of these buildings. And now realize, now got Castle Age there. Blue has a small village advantage, but he needs to get out the next age as soon as possible. We got these village archers moving way forward. You got these villagers moving this way forward as well. He may be going for a bit of an all-in. We do have a tower being deployed out right there, trying to interrupt this wood line there. Still have only basic militia. No research to man-at-arms at just yet. Does get some scaled armor research. Now we've got some cavalry archers being deployed out by red. Cavalry archers not what you want to see when he does not want to see that watchtower being deployed out. We do got 4 town centers here to claim that stone. Militia trying to stab that villager, and the cavalry archers do get a little pick there onto that spearman. I just realized something as well. I did not write definitive edition, did I, in Rumble and YouTube on the stream. I wrote defensive. I'm an idiot. Up here, we got the cavalry archers skirmishing around, getting some good kills with his spearmen. Does receive some stabs. Does get inside this garrison right here, trying to disrupt these forces that are advancing. Of course, without ballistics, we'll have a bit of trouble there. Still no castle age. So, red's going on age for quite some time. Blue is not going for age anytime soon. Needs a lot more gold and food. And he's deploying out more and more archers. Blue may be eyeing for just go for aggression. He may not be eyeing to go to castle whatsoever. He does get a watchtower here. He does have 3 extra range compared to the town center. Watchtowers only get bonus damage versus the extra arrows do get bonus damage versus other towers, but not to town centers or other buildings. Start picking out these cavalry archers there because he was not paying attention there, so getting a lot of kills there. Completely neutering that force. We've got some more cavalry archers and knights advancing, however. And we don't even got complete walls here. It does clean up the rest of those bushes. And there's actually... Oh! These are herdable turkeys here that has not been found yet. That is really unlucky. Not finding these turkeys, which means he had a little less food to work with. That's actually something important to note. Just less herdables in general collected. This tower, of course, does not have murder holes, so knights are quickly closing onto it. We've got a market here. Is he going to try to deploy out market carts there? Unlikely. It's only not really worth it either way. Going for more and more watchtowers here, applying more and more aggression to red. But now these knights are able to quickly clean up these towers. Maybe a good idea to just go for this one here. Going for the archers now, trying to clean them up. And he will clean up those archers now. Red also still have these forces here. Nothing too crazy in force, but still also annoying. He does get inside this garrison here with his villagers, but that tower will not be completed. And nor does he have murder holes. We get some shots onto these guys, but now the tower does get abandoned because it got too low in health. All these villagers are trying to run away, do get cleaned on up. Red does have a superior number of villagers as well, being at castle age. He can get out some more town centers. He is currently 3 town centers as opposed to opponent's 1 because he's still in the feudal age. Castle age now being researched for blue. Maybe a little bit too late. He needs crossbowman research. Can even Huns get crossbows? Yes, he can. He can't get arbalest. He needs crossbow research as soon as possible. It's still pretty far away from that. He does cancel that watchtower. Not like it's going to get completed, so we'll get a bit of resource refund. Does have a handful of archers here. He could throw them inside the town center to get some extra arrows. And now these archers will be cleaned up by these knights. We'll get inside the town center there with the archers, getting a lot of extra arrows with them. And Blue's going very aggressive, getting some villager kills there. We'll have to deal with these knights, however, streaming on in. So not looking good for Blue. So this town center will get some good damage on these knights. He's not really paying attention all too much. There's enough towers here to help provide some overlapping fields of fire as well. These archers will be cleaned up. He probably not need to go for crossbowman research now, and he does back out of the game, losing just too much. It was so far behind. Yep, Blue has surrendered. Overall, went for aggression, received even more aggression. He even ran out of stone right there.
Hey, yeah.
He had enough for a castle, but it was just way too late. Either way, this is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.